I know my father gonna smash me when I go home because I know he's gonna smash me.
But then when I got out, I was like, wait a minute, what am I thinking? And so when I finally get to Khabib, he's like, he's going crazy. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen, honestly.
Is this preventable? Could you have done anything to prevent something like this from happening?
We did everything to prevent this from happening. Did you see the amount of security and Metro Police that were here tonight? It was crazy, but still happened.
It would be foolish to deny the fact that around half of today's massive MMA fan base discovered the sport thanks to the fight between Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
There's a guy named Artem who is Conor's best friend. He's from Russia. Habib is from Russia too.
Okay.
There was some kind of Russian stuff going on between those two in New York, and Habib slapped him. Surrounded him with his friends and slapped him. He picked up the phone and called Conor.
That's
said,
embarrassing,
Habib
isn't
slapped me. Conor fueled up the G650 and loaded it up with Irish guys. They flew to New York and attacked the bus that he was on.
If we dig into the details, the impact of that bout on the MMA world is so enormous that it would take a full-length video just to describe its scale. So, get comfortable, because right now we're going to revisit the most popular rivalry in mixed martial arts history, and understand just how much the Conor vs. Khabib fight changed not only the world of MMA, but the entire sports landscape.
Imagine getting the biggest fight in the history of the game and saying, shut your mouth, kid, you're getting paid what you got your last fight, and you're lucky you're even getting that. Yes, sir, and sign it. That's what happened.
You tweeted out with the video, that jump shot, that your confidence comes from your big ball sack. Can you elaborate on that?
It's hard to imagine a figure more massive and more explosive than Conor McGregor. This phenomenal fighter was the driving force behind the UFC's explosion in popularity, and that's a fact that doesn't need defending.
I wanted to ask you how you guys can make the UFC as big as the NBA or the NFL. How is that possible? Can it be?
Just let me loose. Let me loose on one of them, and we'll see. This to me is not a sport. This is a business, and it's the business of warfare.
Before Conor's arrival in the UFC, even fighters competing for championship titles were paid fairly modest sums. For example, the league's most popular fighter at the time, John Jones, earned a modest $200,000 for his first title fight. But with Conor's arrival, the financial side of the sport changed dramatically.
His question is, why you talking shit? That's his question. Why the fuck you up there talking shit? Say it like it is, you're blessed. You're blessed that I chose you. You're blessed that I chose to whoop your ass next. Say it like a fucking is.
In the past, fighters received fixed payouts with catastrophically low earnings from pay-per-view shares. Conor was the one who changed the rules of the game. In addition to thrilling fights, the Irishman drew massive attention with his flamboyant personality and ruthless trash talk. Before UFC 229, the promotion had consistent viewership and pay-per-view numbers that barely reached the tens of thousands. The world of mixed martial arts was still a niche sport, far behind others in terms of mainstream popularity.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties.
But who would have thought that a single small incident, one careless act, would spark such a drastic shift?
Но один чемпион и выйдет несмотря ни на что, а другой секунд будет сниматься каждый раз. Так ему оплюх на улице где-нибудь, если попадется, могу надавать без проблем.
Artem Lobov, defending Conor, never considered the consequences. The fiery temperament and proud mentality of the Dagestani wouldn't let the situation slide, and he personally confronted Lobov over the insults directed at him. Tension between Khabib and Conor was already high at that point. Nurmagomedov was doing everything he could to earn a title shot, but the promotion shifted its focus to the more marketable fighter, allowing the Irishman to become a two-division UFC champion, even though Khabib had already earned his shot at the belt.
Champion against champion. First time at 155 since 2012.
He's home.
Can he finish it right here, right now?
Front kick to the body by Alvarez, returned by McGregor. Huge round for the challenger. Alvarez pushing forward. Alvarez caught him on the end of that right hand, but not enough to hurt him.
Now they're
Alvarez
saying officially,
hard. He got tagged.
Alvarez getting loose, getting better here in this round, though.
Oh, man.
Until that.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
It is all over. History has been made. Conor McGregor is the UFC lightweight champion.
That move by Nurmagomedov became the point of no return. The altercation with Lobov, during which Artem was humiliated, served as the spark for a nuclear bomb whose impact would shake the entire world. Conor stood up for his close friend, and what followed became one of the most talked about moments in MMA history.
Dude, what the
Conor
McGregor attacked the bus carrying the Dagestani fighter. Many criticized Khabib for not stepping off the bus and confronting Conor face to face. Was he afraid? But now ask yourself this. Would we have ever seen that fight if Khabib had brawled with Conor in that parking lot? Sanctions, legal action, and criminal charges would have created an insurmountable barrier, one that may have prevented the UFC from ever making the fight happen.
I'm gonna come, just send me a message. Of course they know a lot of security here, media, it's gonna be big, you understand, they come with 30 people. Come here, send me a message, like location, I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter, Ireland, New York, Brooklyn or Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me, where?
The situation exposed the fighter's personal conflict to the entire world. News of the incident dominated headlines, and just days later, Dana White was entertaining millions of viewers on America's biggest talk shows.
The reason this fight is so big is because it's two of the absolute best fighters in the world fighting in their prime when they should be fighting.
A man who conquered a bear at childhood will be wrestling Conor McGregor on Saturday night, UFC 229.
The very first press conference for the Conor vs. Khabib fight was, for the first time in UFC history, held without fans in attendance.
If I was an owner and I was part of the promotion, I would have had our fucking fans in this arena. Where's the fucking fans at? That's who we fight for. That's who pays the bills. That's who deserves this show. Bring me all over the fucking world and we're just sitting here in a fucking thing. I'm on probation up to my eyeballs and ongoing and incoming civil cases.
Around 200 journalists filled the room. The event was so massive that rumors spread among insiders that the promotion was even selling journalists the rights to ask questions. The live stream of that press conference drew over 400,000 viewers in real time. Just think about that.
I don't give a fuck what he's going to try and do. He's going to be swinging wildly like he is, sloppy, shooting for the legs. He's an amateur. He's a 20, would you believe he's 26-0? I've never met an unbeaten amateur in the professional game. I mean, he's fucking fought nobody, absolutely nobody. Anyone that he's half fought has been decisions. He's in over his head. I'm going to pick him apart and bully him in there and absolutely maul him, and that's it.
The chemistry between the fighters had evolved into a full-scale war that went far beyond the boundaries of sport.
I'm coming here for smash this guy.
Smash me, mate. Smash me. Smash me. You say send location. Here it is, right here in front of you. I'm right in front of you. Did you not see me outside the bus? No. Did you not see me right in front of you outside the fucking bus? I showed you my hands, no weapons. The first thing when I showed up at that bus, I showed not my hands to let it know I come here unarmed, no weapons. Step off the bus. You talk the big game. Now I'm here. He done fucking nothing. He sat and took a shit on that bus, hid and cowered behind fucking women and caused what happened to happen. So that's fucking that.
The event was so monumental that even the fans of both fighters clashed and fought with one another.
Fuck Khabib!
Three more days. You said the UFC who's scared. 3 more days, okay?
It's a Khabib time.
Conor McGregor or Khabib Nurmagomedov?
Khabib.
Oh, of course, Khabib. No chance actually.
Conor knockout. 2 rounds.
Conor McGregor?
Khabib. Don't kick me, guys. Conor McGregor. Don't punch me in the face, Conor McGregor. I hope we're gonna be alive.
Tomorrow night, I'm gonna smash your boy, guys. I'm gonna smash your boy. He can say whatever he want. When alcoholic, someone drunk guy talk, nobody cares about him. And when we go to the cage, we will see who gonna talk.
In terms of ratings, ticket sales, pay-per-view purchases, and advertising contracts, the league couldn't have even dreamed of such results, yet that's exactly what they achieved in reality. All the major sports networks were vying for the rights to broadcast the fight. Fans were rushing to buy Irish and Russian flags and other merchandise, with tickets for the final press conference selling for over $1,000. The influence and interest in this fight were so massive that the UFC even sold broadcast rights to bars and clubs. UFC overshadowed all other sports events. Oscar-winning actors, world boxing champions, famous basketball players, and even global football stars couldn't stay on the sidelines.
Khabib is more the quiet guy, and but I feel him more dangerous.
And then, the moment everyone had been waiting for.
We're going into this, I think, a little bit ahead, just a teeny bit, but sometimes that's all you need, just a little bit. And we're going in there with that relaxation, confidence in knowing that now it's time. Cage closes, you know. Now it's time to do his thing, and I know Khabib is going to go out to do exactly what we've been preparing for. I have no doubt about it, but I'm expecting a war.
Just minutes before the fight, the atmosphere in the arena was electrified and at its peak. Khabib entered the cage to the traditional Dagestani song. When Herb Dean, giving the final instructions to the fighter, suggested they shake hands, they both refused. This once again reminded everyone that the audience was about to witness the most uncompromising confrontation in history.
McGregor in green, Nurmagomedov in black.
Conor, he's trying to force the shot out of Khabib with pressure.
Got a hold of his ankles. He's got his leg.
Nice pass.
Let's see if he can get back up to his feet. It's one of the big questions.
When he got behind the black line, you chased him. So let's keep him behind the black line, let him come to you.
Let's see how it goes here early round 2.
To force Khabib to take a bad shot and then make him pay for it. That's what we're seeing here.
Massive right from Nurmagomedov!
Oh, big ground and pound.
Khabib said he wanted to make Conor suffer.
He also said he wanted to change his face. Khabib is trying to smash his face.
Do not chase him this round.
John Kavanaugh not wanting McGregor to chase. We'll see if he can oblige.
Khabib used tons of energy on that ground. Big right hand by Khabib.
Look at this. This is where it's getting interesting. Standing right in front of Conor like this is crazy.
I don't understand why he doesn't shoot, why he doesn't mix it up.
Having a hard time getting that snap back.
Underneath it.
Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Hey! Stop. Let's go.
The championship rounds, ladies and gentlemen.
Looking to try to get him, wait for Khabib to get a little tired on the takedowns and look to knock him out later. You would think it'd be the other way around.
Good entry by Nurmagomedov. McGregor trying to use the fence to his advantage. And he gets tripped right down.
How much has he worked on his conditioning?
Big left hands from Nurmagomedov.
There's the choke.
He's got it. It's under the neck.
There's the title. Still undisputed. Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Look at him screaming at the corner.
Oh, and now Khabib jumps the fence.
No.
Whoa, right at Dylan Dennis. Oh no! Total chaos here. It looks like UFC security has corralled Khabib Nurmagomedov. Well, Khabib wasn't kidding when he said no handshake after the fight. All hell has broken loose!
It's not how you want it to be in this sport. This is not how we want to.
An incredible performance for Khabib Nurmagomedov, and out of character for him too.
Everybody's gonna start throwing shit into the octagon.
Are you ready to put it?
By submission due to a rear naked choke, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle.
Khabib didn't just win with a submission, he destroyed Conor. The Dagestani not only took the belt but also the soul of his opponent. But even after the fight, the passions didn't die down, and the world witnessed the now legendary Eagles fight. The reigning UFC champion and pound-for-pound leader, Islam Makhachev, fought with Conor's team, while Conor himself was defending from Khabib's two brothers. It was pure chaos, a situation that no force in the world could control. Dozens of security personnel and hundreds of law enforcement officers were rendered useless.
I have to start worrying about the fans and people that are inside the arena, media, the guys that are, that are there watching the fight. And I felt that if we put the belt on him in the middle of the octagon, it was going to rain. And I thought that people would throw whatever they had into the octagon, and I thought it would be a dangerous situation, so I didn't do it. I said, we're going to be lucky just getting him out of here without him getting pelted. So that's what we try to do.
The mass brawl was stopped, but behind the scenes, the fighters had no idea how much the world around them would change.
I mean, after the shots you took when the kid jumped in.
I thought about that.
Huh?
I was onto the walls with that. Those handbags.
Yeah. I didn't see Khabib jumping over that. I didn't see that coming.
Who cares about that? That's handbags. So here comes B, and that's that.
So, what were the consequences of this fight? From the locker room, Khabib emerged a true superstar. According to statistics, his name was the most searched on Google in 2018. After that crazy night, the value of the UFC as a business increased by 20% in just one day. On pay-per-view alone, the event sold almost 3 million buys, not including pirate streams. Reputable sports publications reported that 1 in every 11 people on the planet watched the Khabib vs. Conor fight. Thanks to this fight, the world of mixed martial arts underwent massive changes. Today, the UFC ranks among the top 5 most popular sports, competing with football, boxing, and basketball. The organization's revenue is measured in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Fighter salaries have multiplied, and now you won't find a championship fight with a purse of less than $1 million. Even the less elite fighters have millions of followers on social media, and by the time they retire, their net worth is in the millions. The UFC brand is constantly being mass promoted, and the main office's inbox is flooded with sponsorship offers and contracts. Each year, the organization hosts events in new countries and in virtually every city of any country. There are people who know about MMA. Dozens of new promotions open monthly, aiming to replicate the success of the UFC. In the modern world, the UFC's influence is so vast that the organization has become a true monopoly, consuming new promotions and solidifying its status as the apex predator. Dana White himself is a trusted ally of the current president of the United States, and the UFC fighters constantly receive invitations to meet with world leaders. After that night, millions of people around the world discovered the world of mixed martial arts, and some of them have dedicated their lives to this sport. By the end of 2020, Khabib would become the most popular athlete in the world. Conor McGregor would first launch his own promotion and later run for the presidency of Ireland. The consequences of the Conor vs. Khabib fight are phenomenal and incredible. The extent to which this fight impacted the sport cannot be measured, simply because nothing like it has ever happened in history, nothing even remotely comparable in scale. Unfortunately, we will never see anything like this again. The Conor vs. Khabib fight is that one phenomenal event that can truly be called epical, and we are incredibly lucky to have had the opportunity to witness such a historic confrontation live.